All right, the last part of this section deals with determining if two given equations are inverses of each other. So the way that we do this is actually by doing a composition. So I'm going to move my paper up here to get the notes. So we can use compositions to determine if two functions are inverses of each other. So if we have f of x and g of x, they are inverses if and only if f of g of x equals x and g of f of x equals x. If they equal anything else when we do a composition, then they are not inverses of each other. Okay, and then for this part, the explain the reasoning, that's just going to be showing our work. All right, so let's start by doing f of g of x. Okay, so again, that means that we're going to take the g of x equation, substitute it into the x in the f of x equation. So we're doing f of 1/3 x minus 3. So again, that will be 3 times 1/3 x minus 3, and then plus 9. And then we just simplify to see if we get x. So 3 times 1/3 is going to be 1x. And then 3 times the negative 3 is negative 9 plus 9 equals x. Okay, so far it looks good, but now we have to do it the other way. So now we have to go through and do g of f of x. Okay, so again, we're doing g of 3x plus 9. So again, I'm going to take this 3x plus 9, substitute it into the x in the g equation. So 1/3 times 3x plus 9 minus 3. So again, we would start by distributing. So 1/3 times 3 is going to give us 1x. 1/3 times 9, so 1/3 of 9 is going to be 3. And then we have the minus 3. So when we continue to combine, we end up with x. So we have f of g of x equals x, and f of g of f of x equals x. So yes, they are inverses. And again, our reasoning is our work. All right, another one. So again, same idea. So we're going to do f of g of x. Okay. So again, that means I'm going to do f of 2 square root of x. So again, I'm going to replace this x with the 2 square root of x. So 4 times 2 square root of x quantity squared. So again, if I'm thinking about this, we're really doing 4 times 2 square root of x times 2 square root of x. So that just means I can multiply all my numbers together. So 2 times 2 is 4, times another 4 is going to be 16. And then the square root of x times the square root of x would be the square root of x squared. And then if we simplify that, that will give us 16x. Okay. So really at this point, we can stop because we didn't get x here. So they're not inverses of each other. But I am going to also do it the other way just so you can see what that would look like. So now if we go back and do g of f of x. Okay, so again, this is really asking us to do g of 4x squared. So again, I'm going to replace this x with 4x squared. So 2 and then the square root of 4x squared. So again, we're just simplifying. So this is 2 times, and then the square root of 4 is 2. The square root of x squared is x. And again, if we continue to simplify, that would give us 4x. So again, we didn't get x. So because we didn't get x when we did the composition, that means that these two are not inverses of each other. Okay, so we have to get just x for them to be inverses. And that will also conclude section 2.